Hi, it's me. It's Darlene with Tinge of Bravery, and I'm actually recording something for once. And I'm outside on my deck, which sits off my bedroom, and decided this might be kind of the fun place to record for once, besides my car. Before I forget, catch me on Facebook, Apple, Spotify, and obviously YouTube, and Instagram every once in a while. So anyway, let's get into this because I want to get this recording done, because if I think too much about it, I don't do anything. I really get stuck in a rut of routine, and that's definitely where this particular podcast recording is going. I'll tell you, I do feel like I get way too comfortable recording what I am fine telling you guys. I feel like that's not where I'm supposed to be going. I'm supposed to be more transparent, more real, more honest, and obviously to note the title of my show, Tinge of Bravery. And I don't think I'm really showing that, because anytime I'm on the road or I'm at home, I'm doing something like where my mind just gets going. Like, for instance, if I'm on my mower and I'm listening to music, I start thinking about stuff that really matters to me. And I think, I got to get that out there. And lo and behold, I just don't do it. But this time I'm going to, regardless if it sounds super boring or ridiculous, the whole point is to try to relate to people, relate to others, and then also maybe kind of send a message to the younger crowd of, what to do and what not to do with your life. Just kind of learning from myself, if you would. So anyway, like I said, I'm on my deck, so if you hear a lot of background noise, it's because I do live across from a lake. It's absolutely beautiful, and I just feel so blessed being able to do that. I don't have a place to set my phone. I suppose if I really wanted to, I could have set up some type of little stool or something and set it down so that, my hands could be more free. But, like I said, the more you think about things and you try to set it up and try to make it perfect is when it doesn't get done. And so for me particularly, I just have to run with it. So holding my phone might cause my arm to ache here after a little bit, but then that keeps me right at 20 minutes, if not less. Okay, so I got this email from somebody. I must follow her on Instagram or something, where she does like this social media business in trying to push you out of your comfort zone. And one of the things she said was, stop getting comfortable with creating generic content. And I thought, holy crap. I mean, that's totally me. So, like I said, as I go through my days, and I was mowing the other day, I thought, what am I doing? And at the moment in particular, I was mowing my yard, and that's what I wanted to do. Now, that may not seem like a big deal to you because, hey, we all mow our yards, no big deal. But for me particularly, it was an avoidance. Okay, I'm just going to put it out there. I am in my early 50s, and I have been single for about basically 3 years. I mean, I was with my business partner for about a year as I was going through a divorce, and that didn't work out, but now we're business partners and it works out great. So overall, I really say that I have been a single. Okay, somebody's singing over there. That's nice. Background music. That's hilarious. Overall, I think I've been single, honestly, since the onset of my separation, which was 2015. So what are we talking? About 8 years. I mean, honestly, And when that happens, you get really, I get stuck on routine. So when my business partner and I quit seeing each other, it happened after the girl's dad passed away, and there's so much more that I have to say about that. I mean, it wasn't just that, there was other factors involved. But for the most part, I just decided that I really needed to focus on my girls and taking care of them and myself and what I was going to do as far as money goes. And that's what I did. You know, I prayed a lot about it, and we opened up the coffee shop. And so I started doing that. Obviously taking care of my girls. They've gone through so much, and they have just been through all these ups and downs that, you know, comes along with losing a loved one and the grief in the morning. But what happened in the process is I got comfortable. I got super comfortable just being on my own, doing my own thing, running my girls to their ball games, practices, school events, absolutely everything, and then running the coffee shop. And when I wasn't doing that, the only thing I wanted to do was be home. I know some of you can relate to this, because even though I really wanted to be home and do all these things, there was also a part of me that was really missing somebody and something. And I just kind of longed for that attention of having somebody call me, text me, let me know they were thinking about me, or even, you know, like taking them to the ball games. And so I dated a couple guys, and you know, a couple of them went to some ball games, a volleyball game, and yeah, you know, it was nice. But I gotta tell you, when you get to my age and you've done so much living, not only just going through a divorce and taking time to be the single parent, but it's like once you get to my age, you've already established yourself. You've established, you know, for the most part, who you are, what you like, what you don't like, what and how you spend your private time, and what you're willing to share with others. And that is such, how do I say, it's not an issue if you know that's what you're going to do, so much as it's just something that you're faced with, and you're really stuck between this place of wanting to spend time with someone, with being afraid of growing old alone, with knowing that your girls are growing up and they're doing their own thing. You know, they've got their boyfriends, they've got their friends, and, you know, you're at home just being at home. And sometimes it's absolutely awesome, and other times, you know, you don't want that to happen. But here's where it gets really confusing. So all those things that I just discussed are things that I'm going through. I'm going through right now. So getting back to the mowing, I had an opportunity to see someone that evening that I have been seeing just kind of sort of here and there. And, you know, without softball this weekend, I had a greater opportunity to do stuff around my house, and that's what I wanted to do more of. Even though I know that he wanted to spend some time with me, and I put it off. I put it off long enough to the point where once I did text him, it was going to be 8 o'clock before we can meet up. And I'm ashamed to say that, but I'm being honest, I'm being truthful, that I knew 8 o'clock was probably going to be too late for him. Wow, these birds are really loud, but hope you like it. But on the other hand, 8 o'clock wasn't too late for me. And That's what I'm talking about. We get stuck in this routine of what is comfortable for us, and it's so freaking hard to get away from that. And, you know, if he would have said, yeah, you know, I'll come over, then I would have welcomed him here. But on the other hand, I was so focused on just doing what I wanted to do for once and not feel guilty about it. And that is the hard part of seeing somebody once you get older, because, you know, you're trying to not only accommodate their needs and think about them, but you're also discovering your needs and what is most comfortable to you and what means a lot to you. And what means a lot to me right now is taking care of my home, taking care of my girls, taking care of the yard. You know, when I've got a free weekend, I want to spend it out in my yard. I want to do stuff. My yard is so plentiful with things to do. I mean, there's just so much to do out here that it's just never ending. And, you know, I don't want to let it go. And it means a lot to me because when I'm out in my yard, I'm being active and I'm getting some exercise in. And I love that. I absolutely love that, because I know that when I'm not here, I have little time to like do the exercising that I used to do when I was married. I used to go on runs all the time. And, you know, I can still do that, but I am, you know, a creature of routine to some aspect, because I feel like, okay, I want to get like all these things done so that when I do go on a run, all I have to do is come home and take a shower and start dinner. But yeah, I don't know when that's going to happen. So I just try to get my exercise and activity in whenever I can with whatever it is I'm doing. I just try to go hard at it. But anyway, getting back to the point that I'm making to you is, I'm checking my time, it's 12 minutes, is it's hard dating at an older age because we do become creatures of habit. We want to let somebody in, but we don't want to let them in too much that it disturbs our personal oasis. And I want to know if you are the same way. You know, maybe you don't even have to be in your 50s to do this. You know, maybe it's just who you are. Maybe I'm just super late in life and discovering my comfort zone and where I'm most content. I cannot be the only one. It cannot just be my age. I do feel like I'm pretty late in life in discovering that it's okay to tell somebody that, you know, you don't want to do something, that you do want to spend more time in your yard. But I guess what I'm saying is I'm working on it. I'm working at trying to be more honest with the guys that I date and let them know exactly, you know, what my life looks like and who I am and what I'm about. And I do that. I mean, they have to know. I mean, if I don't answer my phone for a while, it's because I'm at the shop, or, you know, I'm watching my daughter play ball, or I'm at a practice. And, you know, I don't know what I want. All I know is that it's hard, but that's okay, because you have to be super comfortable with who you are and what you want in life. And that does absolutely mean being honest with the person that you were going to try to date or see or marry. I do want to take this a little bit in a different direction that does relate a lot to what I'm talking to you about here. And that is, if I do have a younger crowd that is listening to me, I want you to know that if you are struggling in your marriage, and I know I've said similar stuff before, that it is so worth it to work on it. I mean, definitely not if it's a horrible, abusive relationship or anything like that, but, you know, please work on it. so that you don't get to the point where I am, where all of a sudden you are alone and you're way too comfortable with your situation that you're having trouble letting somebody in. So work on it the best you can, because if you find somebody that puts up with the person that you are, and you're willing to look past some of their little habits and things that they do, man, that's what life is about. That's what love is truly about. And that's what I'm kind of getting at here. So yes, work through your marriage. Definitely, work things out so you don't get to the point where I am. On the other hand, if you are to the point like where I'm at, we have to be honest with ourselves, and we have to be honest with the others that come into our world, and let them know exactly what we want, and where we're willing to make time. And we also have to be willing to make the time as well, and still take care of some of the things that we absolutely want to do, because obviously life is super short. I feel like it was just the other day that I was this young single mom with my son, and I was absolutely doing kind of my own thing, but at the same time I included a man in everything I did, and I've totally changed. I can't do that anymore. I'm way too comfortable with who I am and what I'm doing, and I have to be okay with that. And I have to be okay with knowing that every year that goes by that I turn a year older isn't like a death sentence. I don't have to find somebody. Would it be nice? Yeah, it would be. But I'm telling you, I don't want to hop on my mower thinking that I'm just trying to avoid a situation, when hopping on my mower is exactly what I want to do. And working on my yard is exactly what I do. And when I'm done, I want to come inside. I want to make the girls and I dinner, and I want to sit down and watch ridiculous shows with them, reality shows. And then I want to just keep doing what I'm doing. I want to eat popcorn in bed, which was actually the title to my blog a long time ago, Popcorn in Bed, which is something that I still enjoy doing. And I know the right person is going to come along that is going to enjoy that with me. And I'm not going to mind that he's there. And it's not going to be awkward or anything like that for him to be doing something else while I'm mowing the yard. And I'm not going to feel like he has to mow the yard for me. I'm not like some, woman's lib thing. It's not like that. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. When you put on the headphones and you hop on the mower or whatever, it's like wonderful. It's like an oasis. It is. Those of you that enjoy doing it, and you've got a big yard to enjoy it. So anyway, that's what this podcast is about. That's what this particular video is about. It's just like finally saying exactly what's on my mind, and that is, I am like this ridiculously person that is totally fine with getting to the point of just enjoying all my time myself, and not always wanting to share it with somebody, because it's super hard when you get older. It's really hard when you get older. So just saying that, and that's where I'm at with this particular video, and I'm not going to carry it on any longer, because that's just strange. I don't have anything else to say about it. I hope I made a lot of sense to you guys, but I'm pressing 20 minutes and I'm going to call it good. So, hey, love who you are and enjoy what you're doing, and be honest with the person that you encounter, right up front, and just keep praying to God. Ask him to come into your heart and seek him for all the guidance, and he will absolutely steer you in the right direction. Just be patient. Probably talking a lot to myself here. Okay, gotta go. I'm out of here. Popcorn in bed is calling my name, and the mosquitoes are starting to come out. So talk to you guys later. Please share, subscribe, and love you guys. Bye.